We got to figure out how to link this to your Twitter.
We are live.
There we go.
Another great intro for us today, Tyler. But this is the NBA Rundown. The channel that you're watching on is Nuke the House. For those of you who do not know, you can use the promo code Nuke November, get a free week off a 1 month subscription as we continue to win. Tyler, another nice weekend for us in the NBA. And we are up 19 units. Oh, I got to fix today's. But we're 1-1-1.
We're good. It's already done.
I got to do the sheet, though. I got to do my sheet. On my sheet, too?
Oh, no, I did. On the website sheet, I did not.
Yeah, I'll do website sheet right now. We went 1-1-1 yesterday, Tyler, and I was lamenting to you that we had over 221. They were at 218 with 2 minutes and like 15 seconds to go.
It was a shame.
Yeah. But at least we pushed. We didn't lose it. I had some friends that were on 221.5. So that was disappointing. But, we continue to get things done. We took Saturday off, Tyler. And I don't know. I almost feel like doing that same thing today because I'm looking through this card and there's not a lot that I like. However, maybe we can find some winners here as we go through it. There's one team that I definitely really like and another one that I liked, but the number has moved against us. So.
I think there's a couple spots we could target here. We'll talk.
Yeah, and I went to that game on the Kings game, so I actually have some thoughts about them playing without their best players because it was definitely an interesting watch. So, all right, let's dive right in, though. The very first game that is on the docket. How did I get logged out of Bookmaker already? I was just looking at these lines. Come on, Bookmaker. All right. The very first line, and I'm using Bookmaker EU, so you might have different lines if you're using those legal books in America, but I am not. The Chicago Bulls are now plus 4.5. Total's 234. Tyler, I wrote this one up yesterday when the line was 3.5, and I know that 1 point doesn't mean that much. But I don't know. Detroit's not a team that I'm necessarily ready to be laying with it. However, we said that when we talked about everything yesterday. And Detroit won by 20, didn't they? It was a fairly easy win. Jason, you're right there too. Let's see where we're at. But that's because we didn't know Steph was going to play. But let me stay on target here. Both teams played yesterday. The Pistons got a 20-point win over the Wizards.
Yeah, they beat the Wizards by 20, and the Bulls lost by 33.
It was 33. Okay. And it was pretty bad for the Chicago Bulls. However, Tyler, look at some of these trends here. Chicago's 9-1 straight up in their last 10 visits to Detroit. So they're a team that's traditionally had success here. However, Detroit is 4-0-1 against the spread in their last 5 games. And Detroit's been an under team going under in 12 of their last 17 games. So a renewed emphasis on defense out in the land of the Pistons. Pistons are currently at 4.5. Where did I project this at? I only project this as a 1-point win for the Pistons, but I can't take the Bulls. What do you think?
No, I fully agree with you. If we're going to play a side in this, I would play the Pistons. I think they win this game. I mean, you look at the trends that it looks like Chicago's dominated the numbers, but Detroit's been bad for how many years? Chicago's had that mediocre roster that's just been able to beat up on them. I think it is the first time you could say Detroit's roster is better than Chicago's right now, spread. Would you agree? They're going to have the best player on the floor in Cade Cunningham.
Mm-hmm.
Where do Vucevic and Levine come in? Because Ivy, Duren, there's guys. Tim Hardaway's going to be on the floor tonight for Detroit. That helps their offense. So, I like Detroit here. Chicago gives up the most points in the paint over the last 3 games. Vucevic isn't stopping anybody. And when you look at Cade Cunningham scoring, he's scoring 47% of his points in the paint. I think this is a spot you could see him get to 30, but I will take a 25 plus at plus 120, and I will sprinkle that 30 plus at plus 310. So I think it's going to be a big Cade night. I think they win. I'm just going to bet it through him.
All right. Fair enough. Good way to approach it. Yeah, I like Detroit here, but boy, I mean, I know we're not supposed to make that much of 1 point, but with the team that's just kind of still learning how to win, the projections going against it. I did write that up yesterday before I ran numbers. But it's
I'm fine
Pistons
staying away, but
against
if you're picking every game, I'm taking the Pistons.
So let's say you force me to bet this game now, Tyler, at the new number. I think I'll just take the under.
I like the
only
under
have this
also.
at 229, and Detroit's been going under a lot lately. The question is, do we bet under in a Bulls game, right? Because kind of getting flashbacks to our conversation yesterday, right? Where the projections like the under in the Rockets game, and we said, no, we're not betting an under in a Bulls game.
Yeah. I mean, but the Bulls they give up so many points.
That's what I'm worried about. That's why I just don't want to play this under.
Yeah, I'm fine staying away from the under. I mean, a Cade Cunningham 25 plus and Detroit wins the game is plus 180. I don't hate that at all.
And to your final question about the Pistons roster and the Bulls roster, I would just say the Pistons fit together more as a team.
I could agree.
So I went to the game on Saturday night. If you guys follow me on Twitter, you saw, I posted the pictures of the beam, and I tried to get it like that one. Tyler, do you remember when I had the beam as my background and it looked like it was coming out of my head?
Yeah.
I took a little selfie like that. But one thing I pointed out was, I thought that Utah they're just not a very well-constructed team where they just have a bunch of people who do the same thing, right? Like Keontae George, Colin Sexton, and Jordan Clarkson are all kind of doing the same thing, right? All three guys who can score that can't play like a defense. It's kind of how I feel about Chicago. They have a bunch of good players, but my problem is they're all, except for Patrick Williams, they're all offense.
Yeah, I could agree.
Well, I think they would fit on other teams really well. But just when you put them all together, it's just not a good mix.
Yeah, it definitely doesn't fit well. I'm not a big fan of their coach either. I don't know where you stand on him.
Donovan?
Yeah.
I mean, I think he's like average.
Yeah, I'd say he's average, but just doesn't impress me at all.
I don't think anybody's impressed by him, to be fair.
I don't hate a Jalen Duren double-double in the spot at about even money.
Yeah, I like that as well, too. Okay, so it sounds like we like Detroit in the under, but we'll see if we make it official. We'll save that for the Nuke the House subscribers. We're up 19 units on the year, Tyler. And I got to let everybody know, Nuke November, promo code.
I was plugging our show on the live show on the weekend spread. Told all the guys who want to watch the free show that aren't signed up, they just got to watch your show and they'll be able to sign up. We'll pay for it for them.
Fair enough. Well, let's try and find some more winners. Your favorite team, the New York Knicks, is hosting the Washington Wizards. And I got a trend here for you, Tyler. Washington 5-0 against the spread in their last 5 games when playing on the road against New York. And you think, well, New York's good, Washington's terrible. Oh, it's because they're catching 14.5 every single time they come and play. To me, this is Wizards or pass. I'm fine staying away from it. Total's 234, just like the last game. And just like the last game, even if predictions like the under, can you play the under in a Wizards game? I just don't think so.
No,
what did I project this at? At 126, but I'm just not going to do it. If I were to play it, I would take the points with Washington. But do we need to? I mean, I don't know.
No, I think this is another one we can full pass on the side and the total on. I lean under. I can't click the button on a Wizards under, like you said. Projections are pretty much dead on for this game. And
they got it at 14.
This could easily be a Knicks blowout. We know Tibbs will run the starters as long as possible. So if they get up, they're just going to keep running the score up, and this could just get ugly very quickly. But we've seen big men just dominate this Washington team. We see what Victor did against them. Yeah. Cat's been playing out of his mind also. Over 2.5 threes on Cats plus 130. I don't mind alting that up to about 4 and getting a nice price on that. So bet the 2.5, bet the 4 plus. If you want to go all the way up to the 5 plus, you're getting a 7-1 on that. So I think Cat could have a big night.
Well, I'm glad we're working together today because, kind of some of the early edges that I had found betting the NBA, it feels like the market's adjusted, right? And it feels like we're not getting all these huge edges on projections as the market and NBA fans in general kind of have a better idea of who a lot of these teams are. So Yeah, 14.5 is a lot. Like I said, if you force me to bet it, I'm taking the points. If you really force me, I'd take the under again. But let's move on. And the Philadelphia 76ers will be without Joel Embiid once again.
And Maxi's still out.
What a joke of a franchise. Let's talk about the positive things. They probably have the Rookie of the Year down in Philadelphia, and he shouldn't have another opportunity to go above his props tonight. This game was like, 2 yesterday when I wrote it up? Now it's out to -5. I already know this is a stay away, Tyler, because we don't like betting 76ers games in general, and we don't like laying more than 3 or 4 with Miami. Total's 211 here. With Embiid out, I actually think that it goes. I mean, I'm pretty close to these numbers. I have it right on the total here, and I have the Heat by 5. I mean, I got nothing here. What do you got?
This is another one. Like, I want to pull the trigger on the Heat, but it's just a spot where I think the 76ers can keep it close. You would think Miami would have the advantage on the inside without Embiid being in there, and Bam should be able to dominate. But Bam's just not been the same player this year. I don't know what's up with him.
Yeah, what's up with him? Yeah,
I think I'm going to stay away from this one. I think we're gonna get a few hours into the slate before we make a bet spread when it comes to these games tonight. So unless we
that's fine with me. I mean, like, I hate to do this, but if I really were to play this game, I'd take the Sixers.
Yeah. Well, I'm on the other side.
It's not comfortable laying points in Miami. It's just +5 and a 211. I don't know. I could see the Heat winning. I don't know if they blow them out. I mean, the 76ers have to show some life at some point, don't they?
You would
They're
think so.
14th in the conference right now.
Are they good? Like, that's the question. That's just the big question right now.
I mean, if they come back and start winning, that's why Joel Embiid won the MVP that year. I mean, this team is not very good without him. All right, let's keep it moving. Here's an interesting spot. The Indiana Pacers, they're the Philadelphia 76ers for me this year. I cannot get this team right. They're laying 3.5 in Toronto, taking on the Raptors. Another total of 234. Seems to be a popular total tonight, Tyler. Where do I have this one? I only have the Pacers by 2. I'm not taking the Raptors, though. What do you think?
Yeah, can't take the Raptors. Man, like, I hate the Pacers spread, but I feel like they're the right side in this game.
Mm-hmm.
I'll just bet Siakam's points prop, though. It's his return to Toronto. He's going to play well in his return home. They really don't have any bigs on the floor to slow him down. And you're getting his points prop at 21.5 even money. I don't hate going all the way up to 25 with him, too. Maybe we build a points prop parlay tonight, spread. Maybe some Cade, maybe some Siakam. We'll see if we can find another guy. Well, that's pretty much all I got for this game.
Total's gone over in 5 of Indiana's last 6 games against the Raptors. Total's gone over in 9 of Indiana's last 11 games and 10 of Toronto's last 11 home games. Over?
Projections.
The only way I looked at this game.
Projection show under.
Fuck it. But the Pacers would get screwed because they put like 88 points up against Orlando, which throws my projections off.
If you want to play it, I will play it with you. I'll say that. I have no real take on the total here.
Let's go back to this one. But that's my number one look in this game. I would bet the over.
I'd go Siakam's points.
Well, yeah, but I'm not doing props. So when we're talking about sides and totals, my favorite look is over 234. Here is my favorite bet of the night, Tyler. Give me the Houston Rockets, winner of their last 5. Now they head up to Milwaukee, and we're kind of getting a discount here because Houston played yesterday. But nobody played a lot of minutes because they blew the doors off the Bulls. Houston's playing well, man. This is the team. Remember last year when I was high on Houston? I was 1 year too early. This is what we had hoped from this team right now. They're third place in the Western Conference. Straight up, the East is 15-37 against Western Conference teams. How am I catching points here? Back-to-back? I don't care. Houston's got depth. Houston's young, and their coach. The coaching. I mean, why would you bet Milwaukee other than that Giannis will be the best player on the floor? But Houston's going to have number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, number 6, right? And then you get Dame, who's cool, but I mean, I don't know. He puts up 40 in losses all the time, so I'm not even worried about Dame. Why would I not take the Rockets here, Tyler?
Yeah, I'm with you on this one. Give me the Rockets. My only worries are third game in 4 nights, fifth game in 7 nights.
That has to be why this line's where it's at.
But they beat the Clippers in their first matchup 111-103. You would think the starters played a lot of minutes in those games.
Mm-hmm.
They don't 125-104. They might have got a little rest there. And they 100% got rest in that 143-107 game. So,
yeah.
I mean, I'm with you. I think we take it. I don't think Milwaukee's good at all. They're going to give up a bunch of threes. Houston is the better defensive team. Brooke Lopez looks terrible, too. He's getting old. It's just not.
He's my age.
Yeah. Like, Şengün's going to have his weight on low. Their bench is fully healthy. None of their guys are really missing here. It's only Cam Whitmore out. So you're going to have Tyrese in there. You're going to have the Thompson twin. Yeah, give me the Rockets. They're going to win this game outright.
All right. We're putting this in right now. All right. That's our first official bet for the show. All right, Tyler. The Orlando Magic are now -4.5. And we haven't gone here yet. But let's just go ahead and, I should be doing this more often. I apologize to the viewers. It's just so tedious. But no Bradley Beal tonight. And I think that's why this line moved.
No Nurkic either.
This. Yeah, well, Nurkic, we knew Nurkic wasn't going to be out when the line was set. But, for example, you did these this morning, right, when you flipped the sheet?
Yeah.
And what was the line then? Oh, it's only moved a point. Okay. For some reason, I thought it was less. Magic or pass, but are the Magic ready to be laying 4 points on the road?
I don't think they're ready to lay the points on the road. I mean, we tried fading them at home, and they won those games. So, do we want to try and fade them on the road? I mean, I would lean towards Phoenix in the spot getting points at home. We've talked about wanting to bet Phoenix at home. They're just a much better team at home. Mm-hmm. The role players play better at home. Like, this is a spot I would lean towards Phoenix.
Okay. Here's the deal. My projections liked Phoenix. But I thought Beal was going to play. I'm not really that high on Bradley Beal. It's just the depth. Who replaces him, right?
Let me look and see. Get RotoWire pulled up real quick. Tyus Jones, Devin Booker, Josh Okogie, Ryan Dunn, Mason Plumlee's the starting lineup.
Yeah.
That's not the best.
I said we take the Suns.
But then you look on the others. You said what?
I said we take the Suns here.
Oh, I like them, so let's do it.
All right, but let's take the points. I don't want to play the money line.
That's fine.
Fair enough. All right. We're on the Phoenix Suns. Total's 212. I think it kind of correlates. But I only have it at 208. Let's leave it alone. But I think that if we like Phoenix, this game goes over.
Yeah.
Okay.
Phoenix shoots a lot of threes. They're still going to do that even with the guys out. I think they can put up a nice score.
Tyler, we've taken 2 underdogs so far, and I have a feeling you're going to advocate for an underdog in this next game. Atlanta Hawks +4 against the Sacramento Kings. Tyler, this line was as high as -5. So the Hawks are taking money, and I think that's because we confirmed that Sabonis is going to sit, right?
He was doubtful, so I don't think he's playing.
Yeah. All right, so I went to the game on Saturday, and we had a box seat. So I'd only been to the Kings Arena one time before, and I was pretty high, and it was a good seat, but I didn't feel like I could see more than I saw on TV. I felt like it was the same. But I had a luxury box, and it was right in the corner. And I felt like, boy, I could really see the game a lot better than I can on TV. This is pretty cool. And one thing I noticed with this Kings lineup is without Monk, without DeRozan, and without Sabonis, I mean, this is the Fox show. Even Utah, who sucks at defense, was able to stay in front of guys like, what's his name? It's not Jaleel. It's Jordan McLaughlin. Probably shouldn't be a rotation player. Who else was out there? Isaiah Jones. I mean, we were really having problems getting points up. And I'll tell you what, and I threw out a tweet, and I didn't get a lot of engagement on it. But I thought it would be a huge game for Keegan Murray. And he, I don't know. He did really good his rookie year. I just haven't seen a lot of improvement from him. It feels like it's still the same guy. So that was a little disappointing. In that game, so Doug McDermott's going to be on our starting lineup, Tyler. It was about 11 minutes to go, and I can't remember who he was covering. I think it was Keontae George. And it wasn't even like it was bad effort, but he just had no chance to stay in front of him. And this is like 11 minutes to go in the fourth. And McDermott had been shooting well. And Mike Brown just gave him the hook and was just like, I can't have you out there on defense. And we went with Keon Ellis the rest of the way. Fox props. I would go back to Fox. He's the only thing they have really on offense. Herter cost me my live cover. I bet him at -4.5. They lost by 4, and he couldn't make a lick from 3. If he would have been able to knock down, because Fox was getting him good looks. If Herter's been able to knock those down, the game wouldn't have been as close. We were actually pretty lucky to get that win against Utah, which is not a very good team. So I'm kind of with you because I think you're going to take the Atlanta Hawks, right? You're muted.
Oh no, but I think we should take the Hawks here spread. If you guys are literally missing your entire core. Like Monk's out, DeRozan's out, Sabonis is going to be out. Fox has put up 50 and 49? Or no, he put up 60.
60 and 49. And it should have been 50. He would have covered. He missed 3 free throws towards the end of that game too.
Yeah, so.
But he was still tired.
Yeah, that's the other thing. 5th game in 7 nights for both of these teams. But one team is relying on one guy. The other team's getting a couple guys back off injury report, like Bogdanovich will be back. A little revenge game for him. DeAndre Hunter will be back. That helps on defense. And the other thing about Fox in this matchup spread, yeah, Minnesota has good defenders, but they just don't seem to be the same defense they looked like last year to start the season. The game against the Jazz, I mean, who's covering him on the Jazz?
Oh, yeah, it was easy money for him.
You ever heard of this guy named Dyson Daniels?
Number 1 in the league in tips right now.
Oh, yeah.
Deflections.
He's going to be on Fox tonight, and I think he's going to give him a whole lot of fits. And at that point, where does your offense come from? You're trusting a lot of guys that are role players, and I think Trae Young, Jalen Johnson, these guys are going to eat up. I love this Dyson Daniels over 2.5 steals line at -110. I mean, look at his recent game logs. He's had 2, 6, 6, 6, 7, 4. And now he's about to play a team that's about to play a bunch of role players out there. This is bound to be turnover city. I'm going to alt that all the way up to 5. You can get 5-1 on his 5+ steals. His 4+ is plus 220. I don't hate a Trae Young double and win. You could probably get a nice price on that. Let me check that. But I think we should take the Hawks here plus the 4.
All right, I agree. Let us continue. Oh, total's 236.5. Tyler, I think we should take the under.
See, I want to say under because the body's off the floor, but I think I stay away from the total. I'll say that.
I just don't think the Kings are going to be able to score enough.
That's the problem but I think the Hawks might.
And when Fox goes out without Monk, this team gets slow.
What if Atlanta
also, Tyler,
hangs like 135?
Trends agree with us here. Trends agree with us here. Total's gone under in 8 of the last 9 times we've matched up because it's usually the highest total on the board.
What's Atlanta averaging recently? Let me look at that.
Yeah, pull up their game log.
That's my only worry is Atlanta goes out there and scores 135 points. And it's like, well, all Sacramento's got to do is get the 101. Yeah, so they've scored 110, 129, 117, 113, 122, 121, 93, 126, 115, and 120. So they never really crossed that 130 mark.
I still play the under.
I'm fine with that. Atlanta in the under.
All right. Final game of the night, and Jason Graham already said it. I like the Warriors at 2.5. Now it's 5. And that's because Steph's confirmed in, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I still see Q tag for him, but I think when I did these numbers earlier, it was Warriors. Okay, so it's only went up half a point for me. You there?
Yeah, sorry. I was just placing all these bets.
Yeah, I still see Q tag, but that line tells me he's in.
Great fatigue spot for Golden State here. They're off 2 days rest. The Clippers played last night, right?
Yep, Clippers played last night. Pretty sure Harden got past Ray Allen in the 3-point record. He went out and celebrated that, so he probably lays a dud tonight. Where do the Clippers go from there? I mean, I don't see much else to trust here. I think the Warriors smash them.
I don't want to lay 5 on the road with Golden State. Do you think I'm being stupid?
I mean, Clippers have won the last 3 matchups, but the Warriors have also kind of just hung around the middle of the pack for the last 3 years. 2-4 ATS in their last 6 against the Clippers, 1-5 straight up in their last 6 against the Clippers, 0-5 in their last 5 trips to LA to play the Clippers. But I believe this is the first time they've played this year. Or no, they played October 27th. The Clippers won 112-104. I lean the Warriors. It's up to you. We just play all underdogs today. All unders and underdogs spread.
So we're just going to leave this one alone?
That's fine by me, but I lean Warriors.
Yeah, my predictions have the Warriors by 7 too. It's like right on the edge of a playable.
What is this? So it's a back-to-back. It looks like, it's a third game in 4 nights for the Clippers too. So
yeah, that's why this line's where it's at.
It's up to you.
Let's decide off the air.
Okay.
Good thing about this game is we have a bunch of time, and I don't see this line going any farther. Do you?
I mean, if Steph is rolled in, I could see it getting to 6.5.
All right. Well, that's where my predictions have it. Okay, fair enough. Well, the plays that we really like, let's just give them one. If you only have one bet to make, what's your favorite, Tyler? Mine is the Rockets.
One bet tonight. Give me Atlanta money line. They're going to win the game. And if you want to go a little higher in odds, take Trae Young double-double and win it about plus 250.
There you have it for us. We're going to be back tomorrow. And we'll be doing the NBA rundown Monday through Friday, unless I might take Thursday off again.
How many games we got Thursday, Fred? We only got one game again?
There's 4. No, there's 4. But, I mean, I just noticed that really was good for my mental mind state to get out. Oh, wait. You know what, Tyler? I forgot we're getting that bomb cyclone deal. I'm not going to take Thursday off for the show. It's going to rain up here for a week straight.
Next Thursday, we have 0 games spread, so there's your off day.
Oh, that'll be sweet, too, because I think that'll be the day the rain ends, and like all the waterfalls will be back and stuff.
There you go.
All right, great. Yeah, this Thursday's kind of a good slate, too, huh?
Here's a fun ending to the show. There's a really, really good game one tomorrow.
All right,
Cleveland's heading to Boston, and Cleveland's plus 4.5. Let me look at injury report and make sure no one's rolled out yet. But if they're at full go, who you got?
I'm at Cleveland until. So Cleveland beat Boston fairly easily at home, right? When they hosted them.
Now it's in Boston though. It's an NBA Cup game. Like this is going to be a good one.
Man, I hope I have tomorrow night off. All right, cool. Hornets, Nets tomorrow. Mavs, Pelicans, Jazz, Lakers. Yeah, other than that, it's a pretty shitty slate, huh?
There's some spots. I see some spots.
Jokic gonna be back?
It's got a Q tag for him still.
So hey, yeah, I know. Well, it's so funny because sometimes shitty means that it's easier to bet because it's so obvious.
Yep.
But as a fan, you're just like, I mean, I don't know. Hornets, Nets. Are you like excited to watch that?
I mean, LaMelo Ball's been a fun watch. LaMelo Ball versus Cam Thomas could be entertaining.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Thunder, Spurs. But Holmgren's out. Otherwise, that would have been way more.
Not only is Holmgren out, Victor's doubtful.
Bro, the Lakers might beat the Jazz by 30 with that little cup deal going on.
I'm so down to be on the Lakers tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm so disgusted, but you're right. All right, that's it for us today, Tyler. We'll be back tomorrow, 5 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Pacific. We're on the Houston Rockets and the Atlanta Hawks tonight. We're fading my Kings. Oh, my gosh. All right, guys. Nuke the house. Use that promo code Nuke November. Become a member. We'll be back tomorrow.